Hello everyone, welcome to the Autring. I'm going to take you to some of the top headlines from the past week. German Chancellor Olaf Scholz is to meet Turkey's President Erdogan in Ankara. Visiting German Chancellor Olaf Scholz will on Monday hold talks with Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan in Ankara, followed by a news press conference. According to a Turkish presidency statement, the two leaders are expected to discuss the Russia-Ukraine war and the Turkish-EU relations, along with bilateral relations, in the German Chancellor's first official visit to the country. NATO member Turkey has close relations with both Russia and Ukraine and brought the two countries' foreign ministers together last week for negotiations. Though those talks did not yet yield any results, diplomatic efforts continue. Germany and Turkey have significant trade relations, with bilateral trade in 2021 rising above $41 billion. Some 3 million people of Turkish origin live in Germany, closely linking the two countries. Our second story is more Russia and Ukraine talks scheduled as attack on base kills dozens. Diplomatic efforts to end the war in Ukraine were gearing up on Monday, with Ukrainian and Russian negotiators set to talk again after both sides cited progress, even though Russia attacked a base near the Polish border and fighting raged elsewhere. A barrage of Russian missiles hit Ukraine's Yavoriv International Center for Peacekeeping and Security, a base just 15 miles from the Polish border that had previously hosted NATO military instructors, killing 35 people and wounding 134, a Ukrainian official said on Sunday. Russia's defense ministry said up to 180 foreign mercenaries and a large number of foreign weapons were destroyed. Reuters could not independently verify the casualties reported by either side. Thousands of people have died since February 24th, when Russian President Vladimir Putin launched what he called a special military operation to rid Ukraine of dangerous nationalists and Nazis. Our next story is the Middle Eastern nations refrain from sanctioning Russia over Ukraine invasion. The Russian invasion of Ukraine has put several states in the Middle East in a very difficult position. On the one hand, they cannot openly condone aggression and the invasion of an independent country by a powerful neighbor, and so they must speak against it without angering Moscow. And on the other hand, they do not want to put at risk their mutually beneficial relations with Russia by imposing sanctions. So, these countries are engaging in the delicate balancing act of verbally condemning the invasion and at the same time refrain from joining the economic and other sanctions imposed on Moscow by the West. Except for Syria and Iran, which supported Russia or blamed the war on NATO, almost all countries in the Middle East have disappointed the United States, the European Union, Canada, and the West in general on the issue of imposing sanctions on Russia, and so far resisted calls to increase oil and natural gas production to alleviate the problems Europe is currently facing. Our next story is the United States working to help Iraq get missile defense systems, says Sullivan. US National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan on Sunday condemned Iran's ballistic missile attack on Iraq's northern Kurdish regional capital of Erbil and said that Washington was working to help Iraq get missile defense capabilities to defend itself. Sullivan told CBS's Face the Nation program that no US citizens were harmed in the attack and no US facilities were hit, but the United States would do whatever it takes to defend its people, interests, and allies. Quote, "We are in consultation with the Iraqi government and the government in Iraqi Kurdistan, in part to help them get the missile defense capabilities to be able to defend themselves in their cities," Sullivan said. Thank you all so much for watching. For further updates, please stay tuned to the Autring.